All right, so we're doing a part 2 because I fucked this thing up.
No worries, man.
We didn't know if it was recording or not.
It's easy to do with these recording programs, man.
Well, I've had whole episodes where it just didn't work.
No.
Yeah, so like we've been talking 2-3 hours, and then it'll like the screensaver would go on, which actually stops this app from recording. Yeah. So I had to redo my buddy Marcel's.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Dang.
It also recorded one like we were robots.
Oh, no.
It sounded like shit.
Super streamy and...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super low quality. I can send you some links to some free recording programs that are a little bit better than this.
Yeah.
There's one called Cakewalk by BandLab. Completely free recording program. You could even record full bands with it. And it's pretty much the same layout as this. Click, hit record.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if the screensaver went on, it wouldn't stop recording.
Well, I have it set to where it does not come on ever anymore.
All right, badass.
Yeah, dude. I've gotten through one problem after another.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No worries, man.
Presbyterian Baptist, they're the same shit.
Yeah, literally, man. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Oh,
to
so
me.
what you were saying. So I went to church for about 10 years.
Yeah, for sure.
It was LDS.
Oh, okay.
Which is Latter-day Saints.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. My ex was very Mormon.
Yeah.
Her dad was like the president of the church down in El Salvador.
Wow.
Yeah, like he was a really big deal, which sucks because he was kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, usually they are. Yeah.
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 So
the people who were supposed to be not.
Well, we did it up here, and I speak Spanish now, right?
Okay.
But I learned this entire church in Spanish.
Oh, whoa.
So, like, I was even talking to one of my clients is LDS, and I know her from there, and she was like, trying to invite me back to church. And she's like, I know your ex goes to this one, but, you can go to a different one. I'm like, if it's not Spanish, it doesn't feel right.
Right, I know what you mean, man.
It's weird.
I know what you mean, yeah. I get invited to American church all the time, and I'm like, no, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No. Yeah.
I just don't understand it as much, and, like, you don't feel it quite like it. And I found out that, so, like, everybody at that church, they're all, when it's in Spanish, it's like 95% converts and their children, right?
Yeah.
To me, that makes a bigger difference than someone that's been born in it, raised in it, and goes all the time.
Yeah.
And the big reason is they are choosing to be there. They are choosing to follow this one when there's thousands of other things they could do.
Right.
It's so much choice involved.
Right.
And I feel like the spirit was way bigger.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally.
So, if I were to go to church again, it'd have to be in Spanish.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's not going to make sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand the gospel in English.
I know what you mean, man. Yeah. It's weird, but I do know what you mean. Yeah, completely.
Well, to be fair, I'm probably not going to go back.
Yeah,
but...
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah.
It's also my Russian practice, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the best Russian practice you can have. Go somewhere where they only speak in Russian, they preach in Russian, they hang out in Russian, they sing in Russian.
Yeah.
So it's great, man. It's really cool.
It's hard, too, because, everyone there, they grew up, or I was there when I was like 18, right? So I didn't know Spanish when I went there. I gradually learned.
Wow.
Like from cooking. I spent 3 months in El Salvador.
Wow.
Doing my culinary externship for school.
Wow.
And no one speaks English in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not a single person. And when you're immersed like that, you learn so fast.
Yeah, totally.
Because people are like upset at you for not understanding. And so you're trying your hardest to understand.
Yeah.
And that was the fucking... So when you were explaining, like, people in America don't understand, there's no space.
Yeah, no space.
I have been there.
Yeah.
Like, the slums of fucking El Salvador.
Yeah.
Everything's made of fucking tin and tarps and, like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, just random garbage.
Legit.
And, like, it's literally house connected to house connected to house.
Yeah.
There's no room for fucking anything.
Yeah, literally.
Like, they have a sidewalk out in front of their house that they've also converted into their porch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's got their cooking shit and all that other stuff in front. Yeah.
Literally, they're cooking. Yeah.
So the sidewalk's not for walking, it's a porch.
Yeah.
And then you have the road.
Yeah.
Right, which cars are flying by. They don't give a fuck. Little kids playing in the street.
Yeah.
You just go around the little children. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
India, cars are going all directions, man. There was like a giant like intersection, and it was just a free for all. Literally tuk-tuks, like those little three-wheeled, what do you call them, rickshaws?
Yeah.
Cars, motorcycles, wild bulls, packs of dogs, walking people, buses. Just this giant pot, and everyone seems to, it was organized chaos. No one got in a car
So
accident.
there's no rules to
Not
it?
where I was. Everyone tells me about these beautiful places in India that are like super nice, and the Taj Mahal. I'm like, that's cute. Never seen it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe someday, but I'm good, man. You know?
Well, so when I travel,
Yeah.
I'd like to do a lot more traveling.
Mhm.
I've been to some nice places, right? Like Paris and Venice and all that
Nice.
kind of shit, right? But like,
Yeah.
I feel like this isn't it.
Right.
This isn't it. I want to go in the fucking mountains
Yep.
where the real people live.
Yep.
I want to eat the real food.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
know, the shit that they're making because that's what they have.
Yeah.
Not because it's
Yeah.
a tourist town and they have whatever the fuck.
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of fish.
Yeah.
And Venice
neither.
is like a port town.
Oh.
It's on the water, so everything's fish. And I was like, fuck.
I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I always wanted to go to Venice, but I legitimately don't like fish either.
Well, so it's a
Yeah.
tourist town, so they have everything.
Yeah.
But most of the shit they offer, like the fresh shit, is fish. And so it's.
India doesn't really have beef
They
because
don't do
cows
it,
are
right?
holy,
Yeah.
And they don't really do pork either because they're right next to Muslim countries. There's lots of Muslims there, and so pork doesn't really sell. So I went to a Pizza Hut, and it was like fish pizza, chicken pizza, or like vegetarian curry pizza, and I was just not down. Awful.
Yeah.
I just walked out.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, straight up. I got a lamb burger from a Jewish place though.
Nice.
That was
Lamb is
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. There was no normal ketchup. There was
Yeah.
only this curry. This Indian ketchup is different.
Yeah.
It's like this curry ketchup. So I was just craving normal American ketchup after like 2 months, man.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't have normal anything like that. It was all Indian versions. Even Ruffles out there are like tikka masala Ruffles and like fried chili stuff. It's wild, man. They don't even have like normal. Their whole flavors are different. Companies sell different versions of their products there. It's wild.
That is wild. Well, I mean, they sell what sells, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna buy cheddar Ruffles and fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to this one restaurant in North India, and they tried to make Mexican food, but they used pasta sauce instead of. They tried to make an enchilada, and they used pasta sauce. Oh, to make the enchilada, bro.
Damn.
That was nasty.
Well, that hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, sheesh, awful, awful. I tried to be nice and tried to finish it, but that was, oh god, that was something else. That was like sweet, sugary tasting pasta sauce on a burrito. Mmm.
Yeah, tasty. I'm gonna eat it because you've been nice
Yeah,
enough
exactly,
to make it. But...
exactly. Yeah, it's sustenance, but man, oh, I'll remember this.
Okay, so how
Don't
long
come
ago was
back
this
here.
India trip?
56 days exactly.
How long ago was it?
Oh wow. 33.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I had just turned 29 when I landed back. So what? 4 years ago exactly? Maybe 4 years ago. About 4.5.
Okay.
It was wild.
You're saying exactly. Is your birthday soon?
My birthday just happened a few months ago.
Okay.
So pretty much exactly.
Yeah.
In July or whatever. Maybe that was longer than I thought, but 4 years, man. Literally feels like I'm still experiencing it. Literally feels like I never left, I remember it so vividly. It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, and isn't it refreshing to like, not refreshing, I guess, but it puts a different perspective on poor.
Yeah, completely.
Like, I am so sick of all these fucking people around here,
yeah.
homeless and poor them.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Yeah, straight up.
You want to see poor?
Yeah.
There's some countries that'll show you
Oh,
poor.
straight up.
And I hear India is definitely one of those.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
When I was out there, I remember thinking, I wish someone would kidnap me and put me in the worst, most dangerous ghetto in the middle of Compton in LA or whatever, because that would feel a billion times safer than this place that I'm at right now.
Yeah.
They have no idea. People think the hood here is dangerous. No.
Yeah, they can at least kill you for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get mauled by packs of wild dogs or like attacked and confronted by a bull and run down or, get in a fight with a monkey or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it at least No, dude, it's just there's free space. You could sleep. You could like hop in someone's backyard in the hood and like sleep in a bush and they wouldn't even know you're there. You could like go to a parking lot, go behind a dumpster. There was even free space in the hood in America. Where I was, that shit was wild. Yeah. So people don't know. It's a different kind of danger where like you're just not safe. In the hood here, it's like, oh, people might hurt you. I'm like, oh, that's it? Because there's slums in India where you got to worry about a lot more than people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's crazy. It's the Wild West.
So did you spend all your time in that little town?
I did. I was terrified to leave because it was a miracle that I made it there. And so that was my safe haven. And right when I got there, I went, salvation! Like, finally! And right when I said salvation, I look up and I'm underneath a sign that says the Salvation Cafe. And I took that as a sign like, yo, you're chill here. Like, this is a good home base, you know? So that was wild, man. I was too scared to leave. I didn't have enough money to leave at that point either. I had just enough to make it back to the airport. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you held on to that the whole rest of the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I had some buddies who were following me. I finally figured out, I took my SIM card out of my little Indian phone and I put it in my smartphone and it worked. And then I started posting my journey on Instagram and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then I had some friends reach out and they're like, bro, we can send you some money. So that was badass. Nice. And in Indian money, it was awesome, man. Like, I think the exchange rate was like 1 to 90 or 1 to 70. Wow. So, like, in American money, you can get a full meal at a restaurant for, like, the nicest restaurant around where I was at for, like, $2.50 American. Drink, everything, tip, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, $50 American is insane. I ended up getting a little room on the mountain with a private bathroom for $5 a night. iTunes sent me an accidental check. So my tent got, sounds so funny, my tent got mauled by donkeys. And it was ripped to shreds. All my shit was everywhere, thrown all across the valley. And yeah. So one of my friends hit me up and he's like, just have faith, you know, God's going to take care of you. So I was like, okay. I know God's going to take care of me. Boom, I get this miraculous check from iTunes. I used to get $30 checks randomly from the little music that I had on there. They just sent me a $175 check right then. And I was like, what is this? And I just cashed it out, basically, before they could see it was an error. And then that was enough to give me a safe room with a private bathroom for the rest of the entire stay that I was there for the next 30 days, man. So that was badass. That was awesome. And, yeah. It was wild. I spent some time in this little shack with some shepherds on top of the mountain. I stayed with them for a few days. I made friends with them. I stayed in Anastasia's cottage for a little while. My friends had a hostel. I stayed at that hostel for a while. I spent one night in the forest and quickly learned that is not the fucking move. That was terrifying. I mean, at nighttime, you had giant animals coming up to the tent, sniffing around and poking at it and crunching on stuff. I had no idea what they were. And I'm not about to open up the tent to find out. Is it a bear? Is it a freaking donkey? Is it what is even out here? I don't even know where I'm at, dude. Yeah. So these were big boys. I mean, like, for those on the podcast, I'm holding my arm like maybe 4 feet off the ground. They were big boys. So I don't know what it was sniffing my tent, but I just learned pretty quick not to do that. So, yeah. Wild, man. That was crazy. Yeah. I carried a machete. Yeah. That was fucking wild. Oh, I got in a fight with that bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild, man.
What are you doing to that thing? Why are you fighting it?
It was running around chasing people because they're worshipped. Yeah. So they get away with whatever they want. So there was this bull. He was like an adolescent. He was kind of a small one, probably 400 pounds, maybe 450. His horns were maybe like, I don't know, 7 inches long on both sides. So he wasn't like full size, but he was ramming people and charging them down and bucking and stuff. And so I was walking through the neighborhood, the freaking village center, or whatever you call it, the village, and he's chasing all these tourists, and I was like, don't run! Like, don't turn your back to him, I meant, you know? Because if you turn your back and if you're in it, you're in it, you know what I mean? You don't want to turn your back, because if he gets you with one of those horns, then you get some Indian infection, you know, you're screwed. So it's like, don't turn your back is what I meant to the dude who was running. And then right when I said that, the bull turns and looks at me, and I'm like, oh, shit. I just told this guy not to run. Now I'm going to look like a coward if I run. You know what I mean? And so then it looks at me, and it's just like the movies, bro. It like snarled and then took its hoof and dug it into the ground. 2, 3, and then it like did this dive and just took off and starts coming straight for me. And I just watched a video how if you're in a fight with a bear, you don't turn your back to it because it'll claw you or something. And if you get an open wound out there, you're toast. You know what I mean? So, I mean, half the country doesn't have toilets. Sanitation is a huge thing. Plus, my body is not used to Indian viruses. So if you get an open cut out there, all my vaccinations were for some other part of India because I thought I was going to go somewhere else. I ended up here on accident because everything went wrong. So I watched that video and I was like, okay, if I'm in this to win this, then I'm in this. So it is what it is. Okay, fuck it. All right. Yeah. So this bull is coming straight at me, and I just take my fighting stance because I used to be in Taekwondo when I was like 6 years old. And so I think it's actually going to do something. It's not going to do anything. I like take my fighting stance and I crouch down, and it's just gunning for me, and I'm like shit. I have no idea what I'm going to do, bro. And right when it gets to like maybe 3 feet in front of me, it's like autopilot. My body just pivots and I do this 180 down this little ravine, and then I stomp as hard as I can, and I lean into its face, and I scream for hardcore bands, for metal bands, so I know how to do a real scream that sounds just gnarly. So I do this like 180 down this ravine and then stomp and get right in its face, probably like 2 inches from its face. And I just hold it out. And then I get this intuition, like it's God or something telling me to lean in forward and to crouch over it and like above it and look down on it and like almost as if like I'm covering it, like show dominance. And so I did that and I just held it. And then I saw its expression and I couldn't believe it, bro. It was terrified. It had little sparkles in its eye like a puppy. It was like terrified. And in my head, I'm like, don't show it that you're stoked. Like, don't show. You know? Make it think like you know you're the man.
Well,
you know?
then how many people around there do anything? Like, they all just run, right?
They all just run. And they won't touch it because they're worshipped there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that bull's been picking on people probably for forever. You know? And then he runs into the one American guy.
Yeah, you just made a Ferdinand out of that fucking guy.
Yeah, dude.
He's going to go pick flowers for the rest of his life.
Think about what he did, you know? It's like, we eat you where I come from, boy.
Yeah, like
you know?
all the time.
All the time,
all
yeah.
The time.
Yeah, I ain't had a burger in a while, boy. Get closer. It's wild. And then apparently he belonged to a farmer, or I don't know, man. Some guy with a stick comes up chasing him, and then the bull gets scared off. I take a step back, and then it's looking at me, and it takes one step back, and we trade like 2 or 3 times until he has enough distance from me, and then he turns around and just fucking goes and starts chasing someone else. And I'm just like literally shaking, bro. Like, whew. And my Korean friend who I was with, he's like, yeah, man, so let's keep going. Let's go to the cafe. And he just keeps talking like nothing happened. And I'm just like a crazy adrenaline, bro. I can't even think, you know? Sheesh. And they said it's supposed to be safe in the village. So, yeah, not true. Not true. So that turned into a little bit of PTSD when I was in America.
Yeah.
Because I would walk around, I had this giant knife, like this big, and I would carry it with me everywhere I went because I didn't have a gun yet. And I was convinced, I was like, dude, people think they're safe, but when you think you're safe, you're not safe. So I would carry it with me. I went on a date at a cafe with this cute little Russian girl, and I had this giant blade on my hip because I was convinced that some bull or some shit would... I was like, you don't know. So I thought everyone was stupid. I was like, they're so fucking dumb. They have no idea how much danger they're in here, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know that was weird thinking until like 3 years later when no bull has attacked me here in America, you know what I mean?
You went, like, when you got back?
When I got back? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I was convinced, like, because that taught me, there were so many circumstances where you don't know what's gonna happen out there. It was wild. 56 days of just hypervigilance, honestly, which is wild. So I came back and I was still hypervigilant. And I didn't know what that was, man. So I remember seeing a teddy bear out the corner of my eye, and I like braced because like if you saw anything furry out of the corner of your eye on the mountain, it's like a dog or something, and it could have rabies. So you got to just be aware of what's going on. Or a goat. You knows, man. You don't know. You know, goats can be assholes.
Yeah, they really can.
So you could be chilling, and then all of a sudden, boom, some goat takes you out from behind, and you're on the ground, you know? So, like, it took me, I don't know, man. I didn't realize what was happening to me when I came back. I thought, like, I was right. I thought it was just dangerous in the forest and in the city. People think they're safe, but something can happen. You should always have a weapon. I was still thinking survival mind, and I didn't realize I didn't have to anymore. And it took me like years, 2 years at least, to like to collect enough data that like, oh, nothing has happened for 2 years. Okay, that's enough data that I can trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's wild, bro.
I shouldn't have drank all that hot chocolate.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Warm, sugary goodness.
Feeling all tired, right?
Yeah, a little nap.
Yeah, I feel you. So that was wild, but yeah, India was crazy.
So what have you been doing since?
I have a new band that I scream for, and I translate all of our songs into Russian. So remember how she translated that Christian hardcore song, the beginning of it, from Russian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Christian hardcore band now called Sons of God.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm translating all of our songs into Russian versions as well. So, yeah.
It probably sounds scarier, huh?
It sounds terrifying. Yeah, my friend hit me up. He's like, "Yo, Russian version's better. It sounds demonic." Yeah,
but it's good shit, right? It's like Christian.
Exactly. Yeah, it's super heavy. It's gnarly, man, because it's like the heaviest metal out there. It's just like gurgling and gargling and snarling and screaming and screeching, but it's Christian. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I'm up to.
Can I find you like a picture of your band on here?
Yeah, we're on everything, man. You can even play a little bit in the podcast if you want.
Oh.
Yeah. So
YouTube?
the songs, YouTube. Yeah, we have a music video.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I looking for?
Sons of God. Do you want the English version or the Russian version?
Russian.
Sons of God, Grace and Peace, Russian.
Grace and Peace.
Yeah. It's heavy, bro. It's some of the heaviest music
Is that
I've
your
ever
stash?
heard. Yeah.
That's a beautiful stash.
Yeah. I used to have the Indian curly stash, brother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see here. Grace and Peace. You're saying Russian?
Russian version. Yeah. That should make it pop up on YouTube.
There we go. It's 1 minute?
Yep.
Cool. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Pretty fucking heavy, man.
Yeah. It just cracks me up how heavy it is, you know? Because Russian people are like terrified by this music. Russian Christian people.
Yeah. But it's Christian music.
Yeah.
So they're just being silly.
They're just being silly, exactly. So heavy, bro. It's just all the gasoline and none of the cupcake, you know?
Whoops.
It's just pure adrenaline.
Fat thumb.
Pure fucking masculine.
Masculine.
Overly masculine, overly intense. Just
Let's see the difference.
I like the Russian version a little bit better because it's heavier.
Yeah.
It sounds like another worldly language when you scream in Russian, you know? The scream itself has an accent. So when the accent goes over Russian, which is tough.
That's intense.
That's nuts, yeah. So it just felt full circle that like, just like I was listening to the Sleeping Giant dancing and praying on the mountain, and she translated that into Russian for me out there, or translated the Russian part of that. It's like, of course I would come home, and now I have my own band doing that, and we do it in Russian. It's like everything has to do with her, you know.
Well, you got to check out my song too.
Oh, you got a song?
Yeah,
are you a rapper?
Eventually.
You spit?
No, dude. Well, it's a rap. It is, but it was for fun and marketing and shit like that.
Let's go.
But I made it my ringtone and everything, dude.
Let's go. Bring it up. Do you have it on there?
I have it. I'm not gonna play it. It's too much for me.
We did one. You played mine.
Shit.
I don't know, bro. You played mine. Give me 30
man.
seconds. You got to give me 30 seconds of it. At least
right,
30 seconds.
Pull it up.
Yeah. Is it about lifting? Is it about the podcast?
It's about real estate.
Let's go.
Oh man. All right, here we go.
Yo, real estate. Checking the interest rate.
So it's a whole music video.
Really?
Yeah. I'll pull it this way.
Let's go.
That's my buddy Martine.
Uh-huh. Oh, this
I think
is sick.
he killed me with the auto tune. Oh man, I can't watch it.
Let's go.
We'll get you to the first verse or the first
This first verse or first chorus?
chorus. Yeah.
Okay. So the music video right now is showing him selling a house to these guys, and
the
there's.
third agent I met with this week. This is exhausting. I completely understand. I'll make it super easy for you. Just sign right here, and I'll sell your house for you. That would be easy. What are your qualifications? In short, why should I choose you? Glad you asked that.
Let's go.
Let me explain.
Homie about to spit some bars.
I'm over here flipping houses.
Hey.
Got the movers over there moving couches. Dealing with tripping spouses. Don't worry, don't doubt this.
Let's go.
I'm about this life
This is
showing
sick.
houses. About to shout this
Ugh.
is the one. Now wasn't that fun? The wife wants the house with the columns and the fountains.
Let's go.
Old ladies calling
This
me
is
hun.
sick.
I like
Old
it.
man calling me son, sun up to sundown. Yeah, I'm always on the run. Expect to make the rounds. Yeah, I gotta get it done. Checking every cranny and nook. 35R, leaving them shook. Play it by the book. Your client got touched.
Did you write
Dropping
this?
lines in the water. Now here's the hook.
Hook is in.
Yeah.
This is where I was trying to
Here I
get to.
come, so ask about me. Realty,
Oh, okay.
residential and commercial property.
Hey.
Strong, like an ox, none strong. Call me the Bronx Bomber. I'm the house monger, beating on my chest like I'm King Kong.
That's all you
That's
get.
sick, bro. I would be proud of that. I'd be blasting that everywhere, bro.
Dude, it's my ringtone.
Yeah.
So people are like, what is that? When they hear, because it's Triple T.
T,
And that's just,
real
yeah,
estate.
dude, it's fucking funny, man.
That was
But,
sick, bro. Yeah.
there's
I'd be proud.
like so many like real estate jokes in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that most people aren't even gonna get.
Right.
But like realtors would probably think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we go through this whole thing. So
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you know recording a music video.
Yeah, yeah.
We did like 8 versions of that song.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Bunch
but
of
like
takes.
in different places.
Yeah.
Doing different shit.
Yeah.
So like I kickbox. And
Oh,
so we
sick.
were at my kickboxing gym throwing fucking bags and like
Sick.
doing all that shit, which didn't make it at all.
Yeah, that's
We went to the normal gym
Uh-huh.
and I was lifting in there.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we did one where I'm just like, and you can't really see the weight.
Yeah.
And then I go to like just to rack it.
Yeah.
And he backs up and it's like fucking stacks.
No way.
Like it was just enough. Like I'm pretty strong.
Yeah.
Like all I could do was unrack it and put it back.
Oh, shit.
So it looks like
Like you're
I'm just
doing it.
banging the fuck out of this, and then it's like, but
Let's go.
it was like 600-700 pounds that I'd be benching.
Sheesh.
But there's no way I'm not
Damn.
doing that.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, for sure. Yet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean, benching isn't even really my thing. I do strongman.
Yeah.
Not really powerlifting.
Uh-huh.
So we're picking up like shit, like trucks and stones and cars and.
That's wild. Those big circular stones. The big
Yeah,
round stones.
Yeah, big stones. Like
That's
I've loaded a
wild.
350 before.
No.
350
way.
pound stone. The hard part is once they start getting bigger.
Yeah.
So you have to be a bigger human to start picking them up because now when it's this wide,
Oh.
it's just biceps holding it in. I can't grab
Right.
it. Right? So
That
it's
sucks.
yeah, it fucks you up. I almost tore my bicep on that 350.
Holy crap.
Yeah. But some dude got like 8, and I got 1 and was like,
Yeah.
it's good. You know, like, I'm not hitting 8. You got
Yeah.
1 minute to hit as many as you can. There's no way I'm hitting 8. I took 45 seconds getting 1.
That's nuts.
So instead of hurting myself for the second one, I'll call
do you
that
just
good.
flip it up on your knees?
No,
and
you-
then
you-
lean back?
So
What?
you pick it up, you do put it on your knees, you call it lapping it.
Yeah.
And then you sit down as low as you can, get as high on your chest as possible,
Yeah.
so you can throw it up and over. So
Sheesh.
another issue I run into is I'm a heavyweight,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of these heavyweights
Yeah.
are fucking 6 something.
Oh.
So what they do is they'll raise the height of loading.
Right.
I'm 5'10".
Right.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, they're
you know
probably
what
like
I mean?
6'4" giant
So,
dudes,
like,
you know?
what I have to end up doing is I'll throw it and I have to catch it and shove it all the way over because I'm not tall enough to throw it over.
That makes you even more G, though. Because if you beat
It's
those
harder.
guys, they'd be pissed.
So unloading that shit, I usually it's one of my better events at a lower weight class
Okay.
because I can load just about anything. I can
Right.
pick up.
Yeah.
The issue is height.
Right.
But then we get onto like deadlifts.
Yeah.
Like we did this competition. The only person who took first, I took second place in the deadlift ladder, and it was
Right.
600, 625, 650, 675, and 700.
Right.
And you have 1 minute to pick each one up. Just boom, 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 boom. You just run through it. Just pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down.
Yeah.
And I completed it, and one other dude did.
Uh-huh.
And the other dude who did was wearing a suit. Which what that means is like it's like a thick ply.
Right.
So you can barely get in. You can't bend easy. So once you get a hold of the bar, it's like pulling you straight.
Right.
Does that make sense? It
Yeah.
adds about, I want to say, 50 to 75 pounds to your lift.
Sheesh, man.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. That's wild. I
a
didn't know
lot
there
of
was
fun.
stuff like that in Vancouver at all.
Yeah. My gym does a lot of that shit.
Right on, man.
Yeah, man. We have all the equipment for that, doing logs. I picked up like an F350 like 12 times.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they put shit underneath the tires.
Yeah.
And then you just like pick it up. Boom, and you can put it down.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Is
Like,
that all leg strength? Core strength?
back, everything. It's
Sheesh.
like a deadlift.
Yeah.
And then we, as a team, 6 of us pulled a 20-ton plane,
Holy
an
crap.
airplane. Yeah, apparently we ended up making the news. I didn't know that, but
Right on, man.
yeah. So they it's like an event for Dornbecker and shit, like OSHU, and they posted it for this year,
Yeah.
and they used highlights from the year before,
Right.
and so it was us. Like just so, not only like we were the only strongmen there. It was
Right.
really like an event where like gyms are coming in and doing it, like, but we do this.
Yeah.
Like, and there's 6 of us. I was the smallest one there.
Wow.
The smallest. Everybody is over 6 foot. Well, Joey Stamkey was there.
Yeah.
But he's a pro.
Right.
He's a pro strongman at, like, I believe 175 pounds.
Right.
And so he's thinner.
Right.
But still tall, and he's a big-ass dude. But we obliterated the competition. Like, it wasn't even close. The next
Wow.
biggest guys were, like, these hopped-up gym guys, but they look like bodybuilders.
Yeah.
So they're huge, but like they're nowhere near as strong as we are. And there's 6 of us.
Yeah, bodybuilding. No,
We were
yeah, there's
running with
Yeah.
this plane,
Yeah.
while everybody else is like,
Yeah, bodybuilders. No, it's
Yeah.
all show, man. Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Call them poofy.
Yeah.
They're just
Exactly.
poofy.
They're just poofy.
It
Exactly.
looks good.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's sick.
So if
man.
you're getting back
That
into
is
heavy
sick.
lifting, like what's your plan with that?
I am doing an experiment. I'm eating extremely low carb, my version of keto. So I'll have like a little bit of fruit, like mangoes and stuff like that, whenever I feel super low energy. But then pretty much just keto at a caloric deficit. And I want to see what that will do if I lift extremely heavy while I'm eating like that. What kind of physique that will build. I have no idea. I've never done it before. But I'm down from like 235 to like 212.
So extremely high protein.
Extremely high protein, caloric deficit,
Caloric deficit.
heavy lifting. Yeah. So I'm down like 12 pounds.
So my assumption would be yes, you're going to be losing.
Yeah, yeah. So
And-
that's kind of the goal. Yeah.
So you're going to push. What I'm gonna just foresee here is you're gonna push whatever muscle you have now
yeah,
to the absolute limit
yeah,
and build it as thick as possible, which
Right.
is wonderful.
yeah,
but I feel like you're gonna have a hard time getting any bigger.
Oh yeah, I don't really want to get bigger.
You want to get thinner.
I want to get thinner. Yeah.
Interesting.
I was always under 200, and so the fact that I'm above 200, I can feel it. I used to be a rollerblader.
Yeah.
And I can't run rollerblade like I used to. Like.
So I'm the biggest I've ever been is 320,
Uh-huh.
and that was for a competition, and I was eating 10 to 8,000 calories a day.
Oh, holy crap.
Yeah, a lot, very high protein, but like I was dirty bulking, so everything went in my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I was eating all day, every day. That is what I was doing.
Right.
Like we walked around Disneyland,
Yeah.
and I had food in my hand the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't care how expensive it was. Like
Yeah,
I
you
had
gotta
a
do what you gotta
burger,
do.
and I'm talking food, not like a pretzel. Like
wow.
fucking a burger and fries. As soon as I finished it, as soon as we passed another thing that had food, hot dogs, fine, I'll have 6. And I'll just
What?
fucking walk around with them and just fucking be pounding that shit.
No.
Like, I don't think you understand how much food 10,000 calories is. Like, doing it dirty is a little easier than doing it straight, because straight, I've done that too.
How would you even do that? How do you get...
You eat every 2 hours a full meal. Like, I'm talking, like, I was doing chicken, rice, and then a vegetable.
How do you get that much chicken? Do you just buy the giant frozen bags, or what's the best way?
You spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you eat every 2 hours.
Yeah.
You eat 7 times in a day.
Wow.
And then in between each hour, every in between each 2 hours, so every hour,
Protein shake?
in between is a protein shake.
Wow.
And you just boom, 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 boom. So the plan with that is,
Yeah.
my body will take anything and everything it possibly can out of what I'm putting into it.
Right.
There is no room that I could have missed a protein or a nutrient or anything.
Right.
Because I'm putting so much in. And I am eating, shitting all day.
Yeah.
But god damn it, was I strong. It's insane. You feel like you're going to puke all day. And you got to wake up early and then eat right before bed to do it. So when I say 10 to 8,000 calories too, is if I get 10 this day, I'm only getting 8 the next. There is no fucking way I can eat another 10 again.
Right.
Because I'm so full from yesterday.
Right.
I eat the 8, I can do 10. I eat the 10, I can only do 8. And it's just back and forth, man. It's like, so the biggest I've been is 320. That was with a lot bigger of a belly.
Yeah.
Right? My pants were around 44s at
Okay.
the time.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still at like 40s right now. And I'm at 312.
Okay.
I have to be at 308 by June. I have nationals again. So
you're at 312?
yeah, I'm at 312. That's not going to be hard.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start running with my son, who's doing soccer.
For sure.
We're going to start running a mile tomorrow morning, 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're going to run every fucking day that I have them.
Right on.
And get it, man, because he's 15.
Right.
He will just shred weight so fast, and that's all he's missing. His footwork is good. His power is amazing. All this shit's great, but he is so fucking slow and awkward.
Right.
Like, the hard part is, when you're a big kid,
Yeah.
he's also like 6 foot, 6'1".
Is
Which
he,
I don't know where the fuck that came from.
What does he do? Like
Soccer.
Soccer. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So with soccer, he's got to be faster. He's got to be
Yeah.
lighter on his feet.
Yeah.
So when he's running one way, to stop
Oh.
and then to turn and go a different direction is killing him.
Yeah.
He's too slow. He's
Right.
too heavy.
Right.
So if we can lighten him up, he'll get 100 times better at soccer. Plus,
Yeah.
running won't be an issue.
Right.
I feel like as a parent, as a dad, right now, I need to step up and really help him out with that.
Yeah.
Plus, it'll help me lose the 6 pounds. Which,
Yeah, for sure.
dude, I can do almost anything I want to my body.
Yeah.
It just does it,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, I will melt
Uh-huh.
if I start running a mile every morning.
Right
Like, just
on. Man.
everything will just disappear.
Yeah.
If I got down to like 250, 250 pounds, I would be shredded.
Right on, man.
Like, I can't
Yeah.
get much smaller than that.
Right.
Like, my normal is about 275 to 290,
Okay.
depending on where I'm at before a competition.
Right.
But, like, if I can get to 250, I mean, I have abs. I have all that shit. I mean, you have to,
Yeah.
lifting this much weight.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty interested to see what that looks like just once.
Yeah.
Just being completely shredded.
Yeah.
And I hope it doesn't take away from my lifts, which
It probably will.
it's supposed
man. It
to.
sucks.
But I'm not going to let it. My body does what I tell it to.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah, people don't quite understand that concept either. And it's
Right.
like, if my body can, it
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
And if it can't, I know it can't, because
Yeah.
if it could, it would.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's
Right.
how I explain it to people, and they just don't understand. Like, well, you're just pushing your body to... Yeah.
Well, look at Wim Hof.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, the Iceman?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's pushing his body. They had to study him. He would be in freezing cold water, like below zero, for like 6 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, and he's totally fine because he just tells his body to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally mind over matter. David Goggins, same thing.
Yeah, that guy is fucking nuts.
Yeah, straight up.
I saw him lifting. It was like 185 pounds or something. He's pressing it, and every round he did more.
What?
Every round he did more than he did the last time. And then the last time he got like 40 or some shit.
No.
And like
40 reps?
Yeah, and he's just like standing every time. They don't know me, son. And he does one. They don't know me, son. And he's just fucking banging it out. Like, how did you do more each time?
Holy.
It's not lightweight,
crap.
especially with his frame. That shit was heavy for him.
Yeah.
Like, not heavy, right?
Yeah.
But 40? Jesus.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Not to mention he did 3 other fucking rounds before that, hitting around 20.
Crap, dude.
Yeah.
So the legend is real, huh?
Yeah, mind over matter. That's a real fucking thing, man.
Holy crap.
He's a really good example of that shit.
Right on, man.
I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
how many people can get into that mentality or
Right.
not. Because, I mean, I got to be honest, I've said it a few times on the podcast. When I lift super crazy heavy, especially squats,
Yeah.
squats will kill you if you fuck around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you lose something goes down, that's landing on you. Especially I do low bar.
Uh-huh.
My hands are not coming off of it. There's no rolling it off my back. There's no nothing. It will kill me.
Uh-huh.
So I get under that bar, and I'm just like yelling at the bar. And I'm like,
Yeah.
go ahead and kill me. Kill me if you can. Go
Oh.
ahead, bitch. Kill
Yeah.
me. Like, and I'm like yelling at this fucking bar.
Yeah.
And I do it more in my head now because it gets a little intense with
Yeah.
everybody around. But I'm like at this fucking bar, just like, I guarantee you can't fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Try it, bitch. You know? And
Yeah.
I'm just like so mad at this thing.
Yeah.
And then I go and I do it. So
Yeah.
I'm batting 1,000 right now.
Right
You
on,
know,
man.
like, I've been
Let's
caught at the bottom a
go,
few times.
man.
Usually what'll happen to me is I'll get it
Yeah.
and I've put everything I have. I have a video too of me doing it where like I'm going out.
Yeah.
It's lights out, but I'm up
Yeah.
at top and I'm just like starting to waver.
Yeah.
And like luckily I have a dude on each side, a dude behind me and a dude in front of me.
Yeah.
And they just throw the weight in
Yeah.
because I'm not moving.
Right.
In like 4 seconds,
Yeah.
we're all going down.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So, and I can't say anything.
Right.
I can't speak. I can't do
Of
anything
course.
because I'm just like about to pass the fuck out, and
Yeah.
it's nuts, man.
That's nuts, man.
I love it.
Right on. How could you not, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that little flirtatious, flirting with death bullshit, man.
Yeah.
I get a hard on for it, dude.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, man. And once you've done it a few times too, and then you actually come through it and you succeed.
Yeah.
You know, when you push through, you don't think you can do it, and then you do it. Oh man.
Man,
Let's go.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever want to come in and lift? I mean, let me
Yeah,
know,
I do
dude.
actually. Yeah. Yeah, I need to be with some real lifters. Otherwise, I just slack off a little bit.
Well,
you
you
know?
walk into this gym, just about everybody's around 500-pound deadlift. You know what I mean? So, and that's really not that good. For
Really?
over there, yeah. There's
Yeah.
no.
I don't
mean,
do deadlifts.
Ladies and shit are going a little lighter and
Yeah.
everything, but like most dudes can about 400 to 500 pounds, pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah. It takes about. I started about 315, and I got to work my way up. So you got to prep yourself. You got to
For
do
sure.
it right. You don't want to just pull something. Jesus.
Right. You good?
Yeah. This fucking ankle kicked this leg down. Here.
Oh, that sucks, man.
It's,
Yeah, I think I did 330 one time, but it was my first time ever deadlifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, other guys were doing it, and I was like, if they're doing it, I got to do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I
It
did.
makes me nervous.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what makes me nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I've seen people really get hurt
Yeah,
doing
for
some
real.
deadlifts. So
Yeah,
you want to learn how to do it right, all that other shit. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down, dude. I love that shit.
right on, man.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I've been coaching for a while now, too. So,
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was coaching at a place called the place I was kickboxing opened up a strength side.
Uh-huh.
I coached there for almost a year. And
What is
then
it?
we
Is it
parted
teenagers
ways.
or adults or what?
Adults.
Adults, right on.
Learning
Man.
like powerlifting techniques and shit.
Oh, right on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just wasn't making him any money, so
Yeah.
we kind of had to move on.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's fun.
I love doing it, man.
Yeah,
I really do.
right
I love
on.
watching someone just pick up strength. I love the first part. I love is like the first 6 months is you figuring out what your body can actually do.
Right.
Because after that, everybody calls them newbie gains. No,
Right.
it's not newbie gains. It is newbie gains because you're picking up more weight than you ever have. But your
Right.
body had that potential.
Right.
You just need to unlock it. You need to open that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
need to walk through that door of understanding. Well, I picked up 300 pounds.
Right.
Well, so I should be able to pick up 315. Well, if I can pick up 315, I should be able to pick up
Good.
325.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
Like you got to work your way up, and then eventually you get to the end of the 6 months and you're in the 450s,
Right.
and you're like, whoa.
Right.
Like, how can I do this?
Right.
I made so much progress. You didn't make progress.
Right.
Your body, if it had to, could have picked up 450.
Right.
That's where we
From
got
the
to get.
get-go,
Yeah.
yeah.
So a lot of the times, Eddie Hall talks about it a lot. About he thinks about like when he's deadlifting, if his family was trapped under a car or something, and he had to get it up.
Dang.
Your body will do amazing things if you make it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's like method acting, but for lifting.
Sure.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
Of course that would work.
Well, so you do all this meditation, fasting, all that
Yeah.
other crap. Like, how
Yeah.
does that's the same thing, right?
Same thing. Same thing.
How do you not eat?
You got to be willing to die. You got to be a little bit crazy, a little bit pissed off, a little bit gone to it. Literally, like you said, that anger where you were like yelling at the bar, like seeing if it could kill you. You got to be willing to go. You got to be like, well, we're not eating, and and all the fears that pop up. Oh well.
So you've done a 40-day.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it wasn't just water. It was protein shakes and soup broth and tea, sparkling water. But it was before that I only did a 3-day, so I went from 3 to 40. So I was like, I'm gonna have a few little things, but the whole goal is to build my strength to eventually just do water. So yeah, man, it was wild. That's crazy.
What's the longest you've done with just water?
9, I think.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's rough, huh?
It's only rough because we're addicted to entertainment, and in America, and don't really get it. Even flavor is a form of entertainment. So
Whoa.
yeah,
I never thought about that.
yeah, right. Me neither, man. It was brutal flavor withdrawals, like entertainment withdrawals. Because I'm like 9 days in, and I haven't had a flavor in 9 days, and you're just like dreaming of even toothpaste and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I tried to like avoid using like traditional toothpaste because it whets your appetite for something that's not coming. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It almost feels like you're eating, and then you start to salivate a whole bunch. You know what I mean? And so it's like, it's wild, bro. But just the flavor deprivation, you just haven't. It's brutal, man. It's almost like detoxing from something. Yeah, and to just know that like I'm not gonna have any flavor for the next 40 days or whatever. That's really the most brutal part. Who cares about the stomach grumbles? Those go away. You stop being hungry after day 3. Because your body goes into ketosis and starts burning your fat stores instead of craving carbs. So day 3 to day infinite is fine. It's not really difficult. It's just the emotional, if you have any sort of trauma that you haven't dealt with, that shit comes up. Because you're so hangry, you're so emotional, plummeted blood sugar, that like when those thoughts come up and those memories come up, you got nothing to deal with it. You just got to face it full on, and the emotion of it is so overwhelming because you're so hangry and so plummeted. Trauma's hard, and not having a flavor is really the hardest part. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of trauma going on?
I didn't think so.
You didn't think so?
Yeah.
Not until you got hangry, huh?
Not until I got super hangry.
Did you plan on the
Plummeted
9-day,
blood
or
sugar.
did you plan on more than that? And that's as far
I
as you
planned
made it.
the 9. I planned on more than that. Yeah, and I only made it 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got weak, and I was like, not physically weak, but mentally weak, and I was like, well, I could, you know how it goes. Yeah, kind of like hitting the gym at first,
Yeah.
you know? It's like, I'm going to bust out all these sets, and then you get like a few in, you're like, I don't know, maybe I should take it easy and ease my way into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you start to become better as you go. So it's like 2 or 3 years into it, then you're doing the real goals that you set for yourself in the first place. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when I see guys who are like trying to do just, crazy, like I'm just going to go do 30, 40-day water fast. I'm like, you can. You will. But I'm not going to say you can't, but it might not be as easy as you think.
It's the same thing as like, I'm going to go 7 days a week to the gym. Start with 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Start with 3.
Yeah.
Be consistent. Go up to 4. 4 is really all you need.
Yeah.
If you want to keep going, you do what you got to do, right?
Right, yeah.
But and that's the thing too, is for some people, that's your trauma release.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I use mine for. And so I was going 7 days a week for probably 2 years.
Wow.
2 years straight, I would go 7 days a week. And of course, I'm missing 1 or 2 days here, but I want to say in a year, I probably missed like 6 days.
Wow.
Going 7 days a week.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I was going to the gym. I will be there 9 p.m.
Wow.
I will be there every fucking day.
Yeah.
I will be there. And I lost so much weight and all this other shit, and I hated it. Because I was really fat at the time. I was like 300 pounds of just fat.
Uh-huh.
So I'm big.
Yeah.
Big dude. You lose it quick like that, and it becomes all stretchy and shit, the skin, and
Uh-huh.
it was nasty.
Oh, shit. You lost it
looked
that
better
quick?
fat. Oh, yeah, I lost like 60 pounds, 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it went fast. I mean, I bust my ass in that fucking gym. I always do.
Yeah.
So.
Can you lose fat just from lifting weights?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Everyone always preaches cardio,
They're idiots.
Yeah.
I never do cardio, and I gained an entire new body in 7 years.
Wow.
Like, I mean, this is big for me right now.
Yeah.
This is 312. I'm
Yeah.
usually, you got to imagine me like what, fucking almost 40 pounds lighter is where I usually cruise.
Right.
So that's this whole belly's gone, like the whole thing.
Right
Man. I
on.
look pretty stacked up and good.
Yeah. Badass,
So
man.
yeah,
Right on.
my dick also looks wonderful.
Yeah. And that's what matters.
That is what matters.
That's definitely.
And I was saying it. What was it fucking this morning?
Yeah.
I'm like, don't look at it. It's not ready. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's not ready. I'm too fat. I don't like the way it looks.
Yeah.
And then I had pulled a fucking.
Yeah.
You're with a chick, right?
Yeah.
Her hair gets everywhere.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like pulling what I think is her hair off me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, fucking thing. And I went and I just pulled.
Uh-huh.
Nah, dog, that was attached to me.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, like just,
shit.
and I went full defensive mode.
Yeah.
My shit was like, nah, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hiding. We're up in this bitch. Like, it was bad, dude. And
Yeah.
I was just laughing. It's just like, dude, I expected it to be yours,
Yeah.
whipping it out from my nutsack.
Yeah.
You ever do that shit? You're like pulling out of your butt crack and shit?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So silly.
Yeah. I deal with jock itch now that I go to the sauna every night.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like almost infinite jock itch.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
from
man.
everybody sitting there?
Yeah. Well, I just I'll take a shower. I'll do whatever I need to do. I'll stay clean throughout the day, but still, every night I'm in the sauna for like 2 or 3 hours. It's just like this itch that just like kind of won't go away. And it's not as bad and as brutal as it used to be, but it's like a small, continual itch.
Yeah.
And I know it would go away if I stopped doing sauna a few hours a night, if I just like took 2 weeks off or something. But it's just enough just to keep it going. So
It was sauna's bomb.
sauna's bomb, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It makes me feel so much better when I do it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You go in the morning or at night?
I go at night.
Night.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
at nighttime. I'm a night guy all the way.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
It'll change your life going at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Your
No,
whole
seriously.
life changes. And it was 100 times for the better for me because I'm going in
You're
there, I'm
wide
getting
awake.
the hardest part of my fucking day over with. I have accomplished something very big.
Yeah.
And now it's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I can start the day.
Yeah.
I'm up before most people.
Yep.
I'm getting shit done that needs to get done.
Yeah.
I'm getting to my phone calls and shit around like 8.
Yeah.
But everything else is done. Like, it's just... So I was also, like, journaling and then doing affirmations and, like, all this
Right
other
on,
shit.
wow.
Like, it was fantastic. So a good year or so there, I thought it was the best I'd ever done. Career-wise, life-wise, everything.
Yeah.
But I was still married.
Oh, wow.
So that sucked. But it turns out this year, I am just hiring an assistant.
Yeah.
She's tripled my productivity. Tripled it
I
from
bet.
the best year I've ever had.
Wow.
I'm not talking about just triple my normal product. From the best year I've ever had, I have already made triple that.
Wow.
And we're in October, November. We're in November now, so I
November
still
now,
got
yeah.
2 months
Right on, man.
to keep it going.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, it was enough to where she gets paid when I get paid,
Yeah.
right? So she gets paid like a base salary, and then the better production I do,
Yeah.
the fucking more money she makes, right?
Right.
So she's on track to be like, let's go.
Right. Yeah.
And
yeah,
really,
yeah.
all I need is someone to be. I'll sit in the car and I'll pull out my phone and be like, "Who the fuck am I supposed to call?"
Yeah.
Having that person be like, "Greg." I'm like, "Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
or like,
yeah.
"Hey, did I send that email? I did it for you."
Right on.
Fuck yes.
Let's go.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, hey, can you call these people and book? I did that already. What the fuck?
Right on, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
She knows all the paperwork. She knows all that shit.
Wow.
She writes most of the stuff up, and I fucking go through. I make sure it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still her first year. I want to keep an eye on all that shit.
For sure.
She doesn't have her license, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
Right?
who
It
cares?
works just fine.
Yeah.
The only issues we run into is when I like need her to go get a box or need her. I can't have her let anybody in.
Oh, I see.
So that's the issue. But
Yeah.
I'm fine with being there.
Yeah.
She basically just hangs out with me all fucking day
Right on.
and
Yeah.
just keeps me on track. I got ADHD bad. I'm
Yeah.
all over the fucking place.
Yeah, yeah.
So just that, she made enough money just this month to buy an Audi A6.
Nice, man.
Yeah, bro.
Sick car.
That's what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful fucking
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
You talking about Russians? We got this from a Russian dude.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking. She's like, this is the nicest car I've ever owned. I'm like,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah.
Right, and
I
like
bet.
that's just like that's just a taste of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Right, like
Exactly.
that's how much money she made.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah. Right.
off
yeah.
of just percentages of her back pay.
Right. on,
So I was
Yeah.
just I was pretty excited. I'm glad my picture's back up in this building. Too,
Yeah. Yeah. For sure, man.
Because I was fucking irritated. They kept taking my shit down.
Yeah, I
Those
would
people
be
in the
too.
front desk hate me,
Yeah.
and they put me with like one of the biggest complainers
Oh.
ever. So this dude
yeah.
just started this year,
Yeah.
and he capped because I only hang out with millionaires.
Oh my god.
Only hang out with millionaires. And he's like, he threw such a fit when he got paid. So your first 3 with Keller Williams,
Yeah.
you split 50-50
Right.
with the company.
Yeah.
Kind of bullshit, especially if you're not going to help me out.
Yeah.
Right? But whatever.
Yeah.
He gets this check.
Yeah.
And it was split 50-50. No one told me that. No one. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Don't fucking lie. You're just butthurt
Yeah.
because they took so much.
Yeah.
Because 50-50
Yeah.
of a $2 million contract.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Totally. Totally, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh. So they put you with him.
They put me on the same paper with him. Yeah, like
Oh.
the pictures.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, so I see. He's like one of the most, like, nobody likes him.
Right. Yeah.
Because he just complains all day, every day about everything and anything.
Yeah.
So you put me on the same paper as him.
Right.
Like, I felt like it was just kind of a
Yeah.
message.
Kind of
that
a. Yeah. Yeah.
Here are the 2 people we don't like.
Yeah. Why don't they like you? Is it political, social differences and stuff? Or what?
No, it's a little bit of that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't understand how one of like the main girls who works here is
Right.
like anti-capitalism, and I'm like,
You work at Keller
this
Williams.
is capitalism central.
Yeah,
right here. I
literally.
don't know
This
what
is
the
like
fuck
the
you're talking
capitalism. Yeah, hub. Like, what do you mean? Like,
that's insanity.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then what ended up happening is a friend of mine, Ramona,
Mhm.
was the, I forget what it's called now, but basically like the VP, right? Her job was to recruit
right.
and to bring people in and do all that other shit. Well, she wanted me to come in
Uh-huh.
as like the assistant to that. Right? So like
Right.
she would handle big timers, like the big people, like doing a couple $1 million.
Right.
And I would handle like newbies and like all that other shit, right?
Okay.
So I was gonna end up making a salary plus whatever I sell during the year.
Okay.
So that was what I was looking to do. Well, one of the other front desk girls,
Mm-hmm.
she wanted that job. And I'm like, you just came from working like a retail job. You've been here for like 2 years.
Right.
You've no real estate
Right.
experience at all.
Right.
But you're going to recruit other agents. It doesn't make any sense
Doesn't
to
make
me.
any sense at all.
I have a foothold in this entire community.
Completely.
Everyone,
Yeah.
my name is huge.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not giant, but like everybody knows me.
Yeah.
And I do good business.
Yeah.
I always do. I'd rather pay money than fucking do a bad deal.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So she was just butthurt. And it sucks because we were all friends.
Oh,
we were all good.
Yeah.
Until that came up. And then she's like having to fight me for that job. And I'm like,
she's not going to win.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And then it turns out I leave. I don't come back for like a week. I don't show up to the office at all for like a week or so.
Right.
Now, Ramona has stepped down, quit, and started her own team.
Oh, whoa.
And then I'm like, well, what the fuck happened to this position? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, this other guy who did Ramona's job before her,
right,
he came back. And I was like, I'm not working for him.
Right.
Like, there's no way.
Right.
And my biggest issue was, this is one of those dudes who, not only do I not mind gay,
yeah.
well, you may not know this or whatever, but like, I'm bisexual,
yeah.
right? So like, it's definitely like a 90-10 thing.
For sure.
But I come off extremely conservative.
Right.
Extremely.
It's the beard and the haircut.
Right.
Yeah.
I do. I really do come off that way.
Yeah.
And I get that. But like, this dude's whole personality is that he's gay.
He makes it a thing.
Right.
It's like,
so then he said some stuff. I make one like kind of gay joke.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden I'm a homophobe and like all this other shit.
Gosh,
he starts being a dick about it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you don't understand. Like, I'm probably better at it than you are. So you can fuck right off.
Exactly.
Like, just get out of here with that shit. So he's just been an ass. Ever since, and he's just like always got that. He has to work in the office, so he has to be nice to everybody.
Right.
But he makes it extremely clear that that's why he's nice. Because he has to be.
Wow.
And I'm like, fuck you. Don't be nice to me.
Straight up. Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, I'll beat your gay ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care that you're gay.
I know. No one does. Exactly.
The thing is, that shouldn't be your personality.
Exactly, dude.
Why is that your personality? Why is that all you are is gay?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't do anything else?
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. It's like the same thing with like essential oils chicks. You ever met those chicks? It's like there's this meme that says essential oils are not a personality.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the same thing. People try to get their whole identity from just one little tiny aspect about them, and whatever you're supposed to culturally be based around that one hobby, they just like morph themselves to it. Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah, same thing. That happened during COVID. Everyone split into two different camps.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, now if you wear camo, apparently you're over here, and you can't be over here, and you have to believe this, and you can't believe that. And now if you have purple hair, you have to be over here and over. It's like, dude, no.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. You don't have to subscribe to these preconceived identities, you know? Yeah, I totally get it.
And
man.
that's the thing, too, I don't understand is, even political-wise, I don't get crazy political because I don't fucking care.
Exactly, yeah.
But I always think it's nuts if you choose one. Like, I can understand choosing one more, but like you're telling me you agree with every single thing they say?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
every single tiny little thing?
Yeah, you're a liar.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no fucking way.
Exactly.
Two humans, I don't care how close we are. That's what I said to you earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no matter what, there's going to be shit we disagree on.
Exactly, yeah.
No matter what. It doesn't fucking matter what we do. We can be super similar.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's okay.
Exactly. That's what it was. I was saying about the church stuff, too.
Yeah.
I was talking to my buddy about that last night. It's like, how come we can't just agree on the main tenets of this thing? And then everyone has different flavors and different opinions on all the minor things that don't really matter.
Yeah.
Why do we have to argue so much over minor things? Because there is a hierarchy of things that are important.
Yeah, there should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about the ones that are the core beliefs? Cool. We're good on those. Everything else?
Well, and the same thing, too. Stick to your shit. Do what you're doing. That's fine. But at the same time, like, don't shove it down my throat if I don't want it.
Exactly.
If I want something, I'm going to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's I'm cool with.
Yeah, exactly.
That was how I got into the church to begin with.
Right.
I mean, you got to understand, LDS are rough. Right? They're like missionary.
Yeah.
Everyone's a missionary. They're shoving it down your throat.
Yeah.
I had one missionary come up, and I'm like, he's like, you like football? I was like, fuck yeah, I like football. What's up with football? And we just got this whole conversation about football and all this other shit.
Yeah.
And then he starts kind of relating shit in.
Wow.
Right? And when working it that way, I'm like, I can have a conversation with you.
Right.
Because you're not sitting here trying to just convert me
because
of
you're not
my
a robot.
sins.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like, it was nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It was refreshing. I don't watch any sports anymore.
Yeah.
But I was pretty into football at that time.
Right on, man.
Yeah. The hard part is I do everything 100%. So if I watch NFL, I watch every game. I want to know where they're at.
Yep.
Well, if I watch every game and I'm that into it, now I got to watch college because I got to see who's coming.
Gotcha.
I got to see where we're going to be at, see which team's going to be where because of their drafts and all this other.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now I got to watch it all the college days too. That's like every fucking day I'm watching football.
It's like another side job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Yeah. No, I feel you, man.
I don't watch any of that shit anymore. If it's on, I'm not going to be like, turn that off.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't own a TV. Same reason. Yeah. Yeah. Don't play video games or anything.
I had to quit that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty fucking good at like first person shooters.
Yeah.
I won't stop.
I know what you mean, man.
Yeah, so I had to get rid of it. It went with my ex.
Yeah.
Feel free, you can play video games at your mom's house. Like,
Yep.
Not here.
Yep. I feel you, man.
Yeah. TV, I watch anime.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Well, what have you been watching?
Right now, I just finished Castlevania.
Oh, Castlevania was sick.
Yes. Well, I wanted to watch it because the new Castlevania came out, Nocturnal or something like that.
Well, I watched the one that came out maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have 4 full seasons now. Do you know that? Of that one.
I thought it ended. It didn't end? They made more seasons after that?
After they killed Dracula?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought after you killed Dracula, what's there left to do, you know?
Everyone's trying to bring him back.
Oh.
Yeah. Now they got to handle that business.
Okay.
It was nuts, dude. So it was amazing. The whole thing. I want to say the second season of that was phenomenal.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it was really good.
Okay.
Really good.
Have you seen Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist?
I'm not. I want to.
That was probably the best anime I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Full Metal Alchemist. I thought it was going to be whack. Absolutely incredible. It was like the Breaking Bad of anime series.
Oh.
Brotherhood, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch the original one, you're going to get bored. Brotherhood, incredible.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I did. This is from One Piece.
Oh, yeah, I know One Piece.
Yeah.
They
So
just released a live action.
they did, and it was actually pretty fucking good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Gives
good.
you the gist. It is jumping through it, but what did you expect? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But they get the main facts down. As far as this one, I got to like episode 1020.
Holy crap.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So I haven't finished it up where it's at yet.
Okay.
So I gotta get Funimation again before I do that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, another subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm getting another tattoo. Not next Thursday, but the following.
Really?
And it's have you seen Bleach?
A long time ago on Cartoon Network, I think.
Yeah. So Kenpachi, I don't know if you remember him. The
No.
crazy. He's got like spiked hair with bells on it. And
Okay.
all that other shit. He's going on my arm here.
Oh,
And
sick.
so each one has its own quote gonna be with it. So this one's nothing happened.
Uh-huh.
You'd have to watch One Piece to understand where that's even from.
Okay.
But anybody who has like, that's his moment where he
Yeah.
becomes like. I was back and forth between the two sub characters as my favorite character
Okay.
because one of them's like a chef and he kicks and he's like a perv, right?
Right, yeah.
The perv thing was killing me, and then this guy is like a swordsman.
Uh-huh.
And he's just extremely loyal. And then it comes down to it,
Uh-huh.
and his loyalty really, really stood out to me.
Oh,
Like, it was-
so that's the nothing happened. Like he had
Yeah.
his homies back.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to get him to snitch him out or something.
Well, so kind of, right?
Yeah.
So what ended up happening, I'll just give you the rundown of it, was his captain was about to die.
Right.
He had just fought this huge, you know when they do the arcs, right? So like they go and like they build up at this place. Like,
Right.
This one they're pirates, so they're landing on this island. They do all this shit. They find the big bad guys. They fight the big bad guys and have the gigantic battle.
Right.
Well, now they're almost dead, right? That's usually how it goes. They fought
Right.
the giant battle. Everyone's almost dead, but they survived and they won, right?
Okay.
Now one of this big time, like not villains, but one of the big timey dudes just shows up.
Yeah.
They're almost dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to finish you all off.
Oh, sheesh.
And they're like, fuck. Like they had no chance, fully healed, to fight this fucking dude. And dude shows up to just murder them, to like, finish them off.
Sheesh.
And this guy's like, if you're going to kill somebody, kill me, kind of a thing.
Dang.
And he's like, you have that much trust in your captain. He said, if you do, then here. And he takes all his pain, all his fatigue, everything out of him with this power that he's got. And he's like, if you survive this, or if you take this, I'll leave the rest of you alone. But this will kill you. And so he goes off and he does this whole thing. First of all, he gives him a taste, and it drops him to, he like almost dies.
Whoa.
And it was like a bubble out of this fucking massive boulder thing, right?
Holy crap.
So he goes, everyone wakes up and they all feel great, right? They feel fine because, dude, taking all that shit out of them heals them.
So he took everyone else's stuff.
Well, he took everyone else's because dude actually did what he said he would do.
Right.
But they wake up and
wow.
And this dude's literally just standing in a pool of blood. Just like fucked up. He is fucked up from this whole thing. He did it. Yeah. He did the whole thing. And one of the other main characters, the other sub-main, comes up and he's like, oh my God, you're covered in blood, blah, blah, what happened? And he's like, nothing happened. So not only did he pull the fucking move that saved his entire crew, he doesn't want credit.
Wow.
He just did what he was supposed to do
and
handled his fucking business.
Right on, man.
And he's not even like, this is what I did, you guys should thank me. He's like, don't even worry about it.
Right.
And it was nuts.
On.
Yeah,
that's sick. That's sick.
It was pretty
You
cool.
should send me what episode that is.
Okay. Can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, to watch him take it is pretty fucking nuts. Because he's just... So, this is my favorite outfit he wears in the entire thing.
Yeah.
But when he's actually all fucked up, he's just wrapped in bandages that are like bled through and shit.
Wow.
So he doesn't look like this at all. But this is from... they land on a samurai island.
Yeah.
And so he's actually wearing samurai garb. But anytime he fights, he like takes his shirt off.
Right.
So he's in a robe like the samurais wear, and he just fucking... That's what this is. He flicks it down.
That's sick.
And he fucks some shit up.
Right
and
on.
He fights with 3 swords like a dickhead. The reason I say that is because he puts one in his mouth.
Really?
And then he's got the other 2.
Oh, that's sick.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
That's sick, though. That's sick.
I love swords, dude. I love all that shit. Bleach is a big sword one, too. And Kenpachi is like...
Yeah.
He's a big sword master guy, but...
Yeah.
Anyways, so... Brotherhood at Full Alchemist.
Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay.
Yeah. Death Note. Have you seen Death Note?
I just started it. I'm like 2 episodes in.
It's slow at first. Once you're like 9 in, you're in it.
Really?
Yeah. It gets really good.
Interesting.
Starts to speed up a little bit. Yeah.
I'm glad because it's a little slow.
It's a little slow. Yeah, for sure. It's good though.
I'm getting there. I got all the way through Naruto, Shippuden, all that shit. Yeah, I did all that one.
Wow.
It's a lot. I even started Boruto. I didn't really like it very much.
Same thing over and over again, repackaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really into Boruto too much. DBZ, GB Super?
All of it. Of course, Dragon Ball. Yeah,
favorite show of all time to this day.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
That new season was phenomenal. With the championship or the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
So good,
it
man.
was really good.
Yeah, I rewatched that multiple times.
Yeah.
Just epic, man. Fire. I hear there's a new movie out, but it's only in Japanese so far. They haven't English dubbed it yet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care if they English dub it or not. I'm down to watching Japanese.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 so far. There's the Battle of Gods, and then I know there's the Brawly one.
Yeah.
I bought the Brawly one, and then apparently there's a new one. So. Yeah. Goku's Japanese voice bothers me though.
Really?
Yeah, because it's too like childish to me. You know? It's like, what are you doing? You just like emasculated Goku. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's still badass.
He's still badass. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. What is it? Black Clover.
Black Clover.
Black Clover was really good. That one's it's everyone in the whole world is a magician.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, they're just different levels, and like they fight each other, do all this other shit.
Cool.
And you like specify what type of magic you do based on like just who you are, right?
Okay.
And then the whole series is about a kid who was born with no magic at all.
Oh, cool! Of course.
But he still gets his book, which everybody has a book where they get all their spells and shit from.
Yeah.
And this book comes out, and he yanks a sword out of it.
Whoa.
And so he has a sword in this land of magic.
Oh, whoa.
But what this sword does is nullify magic.
Oh, sick.
So he has no magic at all. So if anyone else were to pick up this sword, it would fuck them up.
Right.
But since he doesn't have magic...
Oh.
Yeah, he fucks up a whole bunch of people with it. It's pretty sick.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Right
and
on.
it's different sizes and different types of swords.
Oh, fire, bro. Yeah. Rurouni Kenshin was a good one, too.
Of course. Yeah, that's old, right?
Old, yeah. They're redoing it, though.
What? Really?
Yeah, they're remaking it, tightening up some plot points, redrawing it, redoing everything. So.
Ooh, Attack on Titan. What'd you think of that?
I only saw the first season.
Mm-hmm.
It was... I don't know what I think about it, to be completely honest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everybody, Attack on Titan, Attack. And I'm like, I wasn't crazy interested. I mean, big monsters just literally tearing people in half and shit. Like, it was just a little gross.
It was a little gross.
Yeah. It was,
so was Berserk. Have you seen Berserk?
I have not. I want to.
That was a little gross for me, too. It was weird. I didn't know.
Is he chopping people in half and shit?
It was just an acid trip. The whole thing is just a wild acid trip, basically.
Wow.
Not literally, but that's what it looks like. I could not follow, bro.
Really?
It's weird. It's really weird. Let me know what you think if you watch Berserk.
I saw, what was it? Fucking, the new Valhalla one. The new, Thor's...
Anime?
It's an anime. It's on Netflix. And he's the son of, like, a really good fucking Viking. It's all Viking shit.
I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called now. But the first season, phenomenal.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Second season was shit.
Yep.
I hated it. And there's only 2 seasons. Please don't make another one because you upset me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and the fucking Battle of Ragnarok on Netflix.
Anime as well?
Anime, probably one of the best animes I've ever seen in my life.
No joke.
And the reason I say that is it's basically all the gods.
Yeah.
All of them. Right?
Uh-huh.
And they're like, Zeus is the main god.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck humans. I want to kill them all again.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And then, so it's like, okay, well, we'll do 10 battles.
Uh-huh.
And the winner of the amount of 10 battles, right? Like, it's back and forth, gets to decide the fate of humanity. And so now it's humans versus gods. But these humans are like, they can pull them from anywhere in time. Right? So, like, there's samurais, there's, like, all this other shit, and they're fighting, bro. And, like, these gods have certain powers, but they work off of their religion.
Oh.
So, like, the Hindu god of war is there, and, like, he goes off of his mythological power.
Oh, whoa.
Like, it's not like he's got these random, crazy, weird powers. Like Thor is in it. He's got his hammer and electricity. Like it's like so mythology.
Right.
It's fucking
That's
sick.
Sweet, bro.
Aphrodite's in it.
Oh, wild, man.
The only reason I love her is because she just has these gigantic, massive tits.
Yeah, anime style.
Anime style. Like, I'm talking big for anime.
Really?
And
like bigger than like Soul Calibur?
Yeah, bro. Huge.
That's wild.
But she, as she talks and stuff, she has a gigantic bodyguard on each side, each just holding up one of her tits.
Wow.
So the whole time,
well, that makes sense because she was the goddess of
like
fertility
love and
or whatever
and all that other shit. Yeah. So there's just always a dude just holding up each tit.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Fucking funny. It's funny, man.
Makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. There's lots of anime I need to watch then.
I like fighting ones.
Really?
Kengan Ashura was really good. Baki.
Okay. I haven't seen Baki. Street Fighter was actually kind of good.
Street Fighter what?
The anime.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was an anime.
It's kind of cool. It's old, but it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah.
Fighting ones. What else is there? I don't know many fighting ones. I like the Studio Ghibli stuff.
Oh yeah.
They
do
the
good
Miyazaki
stuff.
Kind of stuff. It's like Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke.
I haven't seen a lot of them. I know about them now.
Bro, you would love Princess Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke. Okay.
It has nothing to do with a princess, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a world of like gods and demons in the forest, and there's this village, and then like people start tearing down the forest to build industry, and like the gods of the forest that are like these giant animals and stuff like that are like being hunted and shot with like and hunted down for their pelts and stuff like that. And so it's this big story about like humankind coming in and killing gods, and they're eliminating all the gods from the area so they can chop down all the trees and killing all the gods of the forest. And there's this chick who was raised by these wolf gods, and she's feral, and she's like on their side fighting against the humans. And then there's this villager who gets like infected with hate, and he's trying to find like a a way to get that hate out of him before it fully like possesses his soul, and it's this wild journey, man. It's sick.
I think I've seen this one, right? I've seen reels of it.
Yeah.
And like her mom gets captured, right? Like the mama wolf.
Yeah.
And she's like trying to get her
I
back
think so.
and shit.
Yeah, the white wolf.
Something like that.
Yeah. You would love it, man. It's so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cool. Yeah.
Megalo boxing.
Megalo boxing. Is that the robot ones?
So kind of, but what happens is in the boxing world now, they have these gloves that are attached to arms and shit that are robotic.
Okay.
That come up over their body so they can swing harder and faster and like all this other shit.
Okay.
Well, this dude comes in and he's poor and he can't afford it.
Right.
So he's fighting these people that are like that.
Oh, dang.
But barehanded.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's sick.
It's fucking nuts. It's really cool.
That's hella sick. Right on, man. Right on.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, I used to have a gutter cleaning company, and I have a gig actually today at
No
1:45.
worries, man. Yeah, I gotta head out too.
Cool.
But, oops. Probably should have headed out 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, no worries. My buddies still hit me up. They're like, hey, man, you still doing gutters? So I do it on the side for the homies, but not a full-time thing anymore.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, this was good. Thank you. So,
Yeah,
Psychotic Strength Podcast. This is Tyler Toby Townsend.
And Cody Andrews.
Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah.